Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. So listen you guys, this story is for the people that just like indaba. This story is for you because the information that I'm going to share here is not really going to change much, but it just gives you umkosi when it comes to this whole Tebogo Thobejane and Matlala and his wife. You understand? Because I've been wondering, you guys, what happened? Okay, why would this man want Tebogo Thobejane to go and be with the Lord, and why would the wife also want the same? There had been articles that had stated that Tebogo Thobejane and Kat's wife were friends at some point, and then Kat had an affair with Tebogo. Other people were saying no, it's the other way around. Kat was in a relationship with Tebogo, then he met Tebogo's friend, which was his wife, and then she took the man. So that's where the tension comes from. Now, you guys, the Sunday World is clarifying all of it, okay? All of it. But on top of that, in addition to that, Serge, okay, you remember this guy that back in the day when they were still introducing this whole idea of, sugar daddies, and they were trying to make sugar dating the thing, and being a sugar baby a thing. They were trying to convince, when we were still a little bit younger, okay? They were trying to convince us that the sugar dating is the thing that it should be done. Serge was the face of the sugar dating, okay? Serge was the face of the sugar dating, and Kanye Mbao was the face of the sugar baby. Okay, so every show on SABC, when they were talking about that issue of older married men dating younger women, it will be Kanye Mbao representing the young women, and then it will be Serge representing the rich older men. Okay, what I'm shocked by is that this man still looks like he looked years ago. He should be 80 at this point, okay? Now, you guys, there is a mention of Serge now in this story, okay? So it says here, why Matlala and his wife, Tsakani, wanted me, Kate. This is Tebogo Thobejane telling this story, allegedly. And this story is written by Setumo Stone. It says, actress Tebogo Thobejane has provided a detailed witness statement implicating incarcerated businessman Vusi Kate Matlala in the killing of Babita Dokoren and his lawyer friend who reported him to the South African Revenue Services for tax wars. The former Mubango thespian also suggested in the statement that Matlala's wife Tsakani Matlala played a key role in a subsequent attempt on her life on October 2023. In her statement signed under oath on February the 18th, Thobejane claimed that Matlala, the flamboyant businessman, had previously discussed the orchestration of a violent act with her. He had sent hitmen out and they missed, and the person was a woman, she recounts. So Thobejane said that she later connected the dots with his confession. He connected it to the killing of Dokoren, a whistleblower associated with exposing corruption at Tembisa Hospital, after seeing Matlala and his business partner Umoken Maumela mentioned in the news reports. Okay. So Thobejane alleges that it was Tsakani leveraging her professional connections who orchestrated the attempt on her life due to personal jealousy. The tension, Thobejane suggests, stemmed from her closeness to Tsakani's baby daddy, Ukabelo. I suspect that Tsakani to be the person behind the shooting, and since she is the CEO of Cat Security, she might have access to hitmen. I suspect that Serge, Kabonge, and Natasha might be the people who might have been spotting me and were in communication with the hitman. Thobejane's statement further alleges that Matlala's involvement in the killing of a lawyer friend in 2020 following the fallout over SARS issue. She does not name the lawyer. he was very worried about SARS issues, and he had told me that his lawyer friend had reported him to SARS. After a few days, I also learned that his friend had passed away, she said. Regarding the document claims, she describes a road trip to Tembisa with Matlala, which on the way, Vusi Matlala stopped and he got into Morgan Maumela's car. And they sat in the car for a little while thereafter. We drove to Tembisa to some tavern where upon arrival, Vusi met 3 African males unknown to me. This is Tebogo talking, okay? And I remained in the car. Thobejane continued. After he met with the mentioned men, African males, Vusi called me inside the tavern and introduced them to me. Okay, or introduced me to them. According to her statement, Matlala one day came home appearing unsettled. Okay, here's the thing. And I was like, because when this article starts, they're not explaining initially what the relationship is between Tebogo Thobejane and Vusi. But as you are reading, you realize, okay, they were seeing each other. Then here she says that then he came home, not like he came to see me. You understand? He came home. Like my husband comes home. You understand? But sometimes my neighbor will knock at the door to ask for salt. Do you understand the difference? Yes. Okay. So I hope now it's clear. Okay. Thobejane continues, said, after he met with the aforementioned African males, Vusi called me inside the tavern and introduced me to them. According to her statement, Matlala one day came home appearing unsettled and was pacing around the house. And he told me that he was very stressed because you are not going to come to my house and be pacing around, okay? If you are a visitor, you pace around your home. Okay. I remember him telling me that he had sent hitmen out and they missed, and the person was a woman. I did not respond to him. He then said to me that he was leaving and he was going to switch off his phone because he did not want people to trace him. Here's the thing, you guys. As I'm reading the story, I'm realizing that, yes, you guys, I think Tebogo Thobejane did a lot in this case. I think that there's so much that wouldn't have happened if she hadn't pushed for the investigation to actually continue. Remember, she even wrote the letter to the NPA. However, I just do feel like had they not made an attempt at your life, all of these conversations and things that we were seeing when you knew very well that crimes were being committed, would you have gone to the authorities with this information had they not made an attempt at your life? How much exactly did you know, and how much exactly did you participate in the criminal activities? It's just me asking the questions, okay? Just wondering, okay? The climate of fear, Thobejane adds, intensified as she confided her suspicion to Serge. Okay, Serge, the sugar daddy face. Yes. I talked about my suspicion with Serge, telling him that I believe that Vusi Matlala is behind the shooting of Babita and the killing of his lawyer friend who reported him to SARS. And what I know is that every conversation you had with Serge, he recorded every single conversation. I think that Serge might have sold the recording to Vusi Matlala, which might have triggered him to think that I might have overheard his conversation with the 3 African males and Morgan, and might have fueled him to want to kill me. The Sunday World learned that she spent some time with Serge hours before she was asked after leaving the restaurant in Sandton. So Tebogo Thobejane was spending time with Serge at a restaurant before the incident. Okay. She claims that she introduced Matlala to Takani, then her business associate, who went by the name Fernandez, as the potential funder. All 3 first met at Morningside Shopping Center. However, the relationship became entangled very quickly. Thobejane learned from Kabelo, Okay. Thobejane learned from Kabelo that Matlala had cheated on her with Tsakane from the beginning. Later on, after we broke up with Vusi, I learned that the day that Tsakane and Vusi met was the day that they connected and the day for our second meeting. Okay, listen. You're gonna give Vusi some credit here. Okay, he met the two women, and then he made one woman to think that he is dating her, and then he made the other one think that, you understand. He was like, both of them are beautiful. So how do I choose? Okay. Both of them. Okay, so they were already sleeping together. This I learned from Tsakane's baby daddy, Ukabelo. Okay. Now, it's a problem when your source, Thobejane, is the baby daddies. Because the baby daddies don't want anything good for you. Okay? So he might just have been lying about his baby mama. But then his baby mama did end up with your boyfriend. So yeah, the revelation had led to the collapse of Thobejane and Tsakane's business partnership. Thobejane was shot on October the 17th, 2023, escalating tension, and I was with my friends at the signature restaurant Morningside Mall having some drinks on this day. Serge insisted on joining us. One of the friends is Natasha. Later at night, I saw that my funds were running low and told my friend that we should leave. As we were drinking on Bryanston Drive, now I'm drinking. As we were driving on Bryanston Drive at the robot, I heard 3 gunshots, and the shots were coming from the right side of the car. I was in a state of shock and remained seated without bending or moving forward. I saw my friend Japan leaning forward, screaming as she was hit, or screaming that she was hit. Following this attempt on her life, Thobejane says that she fled to Dubai, Ghana, and Nigeria. Okay. In November 2024, she was apparently informed by the investigating officer that there were people arrested for the arson. And when I saw the picture of the arrested person, I realized that one of the persons in this is the same guy that I saw 2 weeks prior to the arson at Kwa Joyce in Alexandra. Okay, guys, if you are next to Alexandra, go and have a drink Kwa Joyce. Okay, so he later became known to me as Musa Kekan. Okay, remember, Tebogo Thobejane had gone with Kat driven to Alexandra. She stays in the car. He goes to meet this man. Later on, she is introduced to the man. Okay, that ends. They go on with their lives. The arson happens. Then now, when she's being informed that some people have been arrested, she's looking at, the people that have been arrested, and she's like, but this is the guy that I met with my boyfriend the other time. That is when she connected, and she's like, could it be? I realized that one of the person is the same guy that I saw 2 weeks prior to the arson at Kwa Joyce in Alexander, and he later became known to me as Musa Kekat. Now the thing is, you guys, listen. Like, could it be that you are driving with your boyfriend somewhere and he meets some people and you're not thinking anything of it, but those people, he is meeting those people so that they can see you, so that they will be able to identify you when they are supposed to commit the crime against? Could it be that, guys? Could it be that? Anyway, Dokoren's killing remains under investigation, and no charges against either Matlala or Maumela has been. There's no charges against them. Okay. Now, you guys, listen. Okay. Dangerous. Okay. Now, that's what happened, you guys. For me, from this story, what I got to understand is the relationship between Tebogo Thobejane and Tsakane, because people were saying this and then they're saying the other. Okay. Apparently, Kat was with Tebogo, and then Tebogo and Tsakane were friends, and then Tsakane started dating Matlala. I guess Matlala ended up marrying a friend. That situation. And then the involvement of Serge. Okay, because Tebogo is saying in this article, they are saying Tebogo says that Serge insisted on spending time with her that night. Okay, then after that, the essing happened. Guys, like, who needs enemies? Like, who needs enemies? Okay. Anyway, you guys, that's all that the Sunday world is saying. Like I always say, you guys, that the people that I talk about on my channel are very, very good people. Tebogo Thobejane is umkhokheli esontweni for all we know. Okay. Serge mhlawumbe umfundisi, or you understand what I mean, is serving in the church. As we are speaking, it's a Sunday, maybe Serge is the one that is going to deliver izwi kaNkulunkulu esontweni namhlanje. Okay, and Matlala is in prison, but I don't know why they arrested that man, because that man is a good man. So Mina, these people are just good people. I am just reading a story from the Sunday world. You understand? And Sunday world close to Namanga and you understand? Userge nje futhi userge uyabo uhleze iphela amantombazana imali. Why would you understand? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. That's what the Sunday world is saying about this story. Thank you so much. Nginithanda kakhulu.